Welcome to Super Bowl XXVII. We've got the Buffalo Bills versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Announcer Phil here.
No, we've got Michael Jackson's halftime show here.
Yes.
And in the spirit of the Super Bowl, obviously, that's coming up very, very soon.
Yep.
I don't know when this is going to be released on our channel, to be completely honest. We're getting closer to the Super Bowl, and sometimes there's blocks on things. So I hope there's no issues with this, guys. Just saying it in advance because obviously we have to record it and edit it and then upload it. So anyways, hopefully there's no issues with this one. We get it up in time. I'd like to get it up before the Super Bowl to get everybody prepped for the Super Bowl coming. But anyways, Michael Jackson has been a journey in itself on our channel, which we've been introduced to so many different new things.
Yep.
And so I figured, why not get into a Super Bowl performance from Michael Jackson?
Yeah, and apparently this is hugely renowned, but this is taking it all the way back to 1993.
1993, and we were reading that this actually changed the landscape for Super Bowl performances, halftime performances going forward. So, I mean, obviously, we're looking at the timeline in 1993. It's like 30 years ago, right? So you can see why, you know, we've kind of taken it for granted that the Super Bowl show, halftime show, has always been something that's been so important and magnified.
Yeah, I always kind of just assumed that it was always like that.
Right. But
apparently not.
Now we're finding out that Michael Jackson played a massive role in that feeling now where people sometimes just watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show.
Or they don't even watch the Super Bowl. They just tune in for the halftime show and then tune back out.
Yeah.
Like the entertainment side of it. But we were reading that previously, like prior to this performance, it was more of just like a background thing that people would get up and leave for the halftime and, you know, go to the bathroom and go get food and concession stands and whatever. And like didn't really care about that. It was kind of just like there to have something going on. And then after this, it started being something that people like did not want to miss.
Yeah. So, you know, you have Michael Jackson here, the biggest superstar on the planet, or one of them at least at the time. And then, you know, people are tuning in, and then the NFL seemed to realize, oh, wow, this is a great way we can capitalize.
They're probably like, opportunity.
Yeah. But, you know, maybe wouldn't have happened if Michael Jackson hadn't have set it off. And I hope he's going to set it off in this one. You never know what you're going to get from lip syncing and audio quality and everything else. So I hope he's going to tear it up. You guys, I think I've said before, we got to check this one out. So that's why we're here. Plus the Super Bowl is coming soon. And why not add more to our Michael Jackson catalog? That's been fantastic. So Sam, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So many people.
Okay.
That was cool.
The real Michael Jackson. I got goosebumps already. It's not even live.
He's got that pose down pat. I love this outfit. He looks like he's ready to go to battle.
We're building the drama here. This is crazy. Everybody's just going nuts and he's not doing anything.
This reminds me of that like mannequin challenge everyone was doing. He would definitely win.
This is a long wait.
Even his face is like dead serious. One head movement. Everybody goes wild.
Clearly he only got paid for 10 minutes. Kidding. Just the warm up. Let's go.
Moonwalk.
I don't know if I know this one.
It's cool. The black and white tiles. Little Marilyn Monroe Airstream.
It's gone. That was clearly just to cool him down a little bit.
So that's definitely, remember when we did the alien ant farm video and we were talking about like the hot air, the air that all came up and we were like, what is that from? That's definitely from this.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, so that song that they were just, he was just doing, we haven't done that on the channel, I don't believe.
No.
I didn't recognize it.
No, I think it's called Black or White. I've like heard it in passing, but I don't really know it well. But I thought it was really cool how in the audience they had the tiles that they were flipping to black and white.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, it was hard for me to pick up on the lyrics, obviously, the first time hearing it, right? I just recognize, like, I don't know if I know this one. So you guys can let us know down below in the comments if you guys want us to check that one out.
I didn't know the first one that he did either. I'm not sure what that was.
So clearly everybody was ready to go for this performance. I mean, they were going nuts. And I can imagine, you guys can let us know if you were, watching at this time, what it was like to hear Michael Jackson's going to be doing the halftime show. Because that was palpable.
Yeah.
The hype, right? Like the enthusiasm, the anticipation for Michael being about to perform. Everybody was like, okay, it's time. And so I can imagine the hype, the build up to this performance. It was probably pretty huge.
Well, I know too, because we talked about prior to this, there hadn't really been anything like of magnitude, right? So for it being like the first halftime show for somebody that big, it was probably like the anticipation of him, but also this unknown of like, what is this halftime show going to be like, right? Whereas now we kind of know what to expect. It's like, you're going to get lots of like theatrics and like lots of pizzazz and all this of these shows, right? But like they wouldn't have known that at the time.
Well, you even see some resemblance of the performances today with like the camera shots where they are and they're like kind of following him across. You don't see that in a normal concert performance.
Yeah, no, not really.
It seems to be like a Super Bowl staple. But I think that, in the beginning there, when we were seeing him pause, the longest pause I've ever seen.
I was like, holy, he looks like a mannequin.
But I wonder what people were all thinking about watching that, right? I wonder if they were thinking, is there an audio issue? Is there a technology
Why is he standing
issue?
like that for so long?
Right?
Even though it's for dramatic effect.
What's going on? What's wrong?
Yeah.
But that's exactly why it was done, to build that tension even more, because people were already hyped for it. So, I like I said, myself, I was already getting goosebumps. I'm like, this isn't even live. I know this is from like 30 years ago. And I was still getting anticipation.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
love like the smoothness in his dancing as well.
Yeah, we'll touch more as we continue. Nice. That's cool. I won't pause it too long here. It's just crazy. This almost feels like peak USA.
Yeah.
Just seeing everybody and seeing the handshake there in black and white and like coming together, and seems like there's a lot of, community camaraderie and the feeling of it just seems more like the excitement is more palpable. It's like, it just feels different watching this versus what we have seen recently. Obviously, Michael Jackson is going to contribute to some of that because everybody's super pumped up about Michael Jackson, but it's like, it was less. You see Michael Jackson making a point there to, highlight community and showing the picture of the two hands, and it just seems like people wanted that.
Yeah. Well, it's also like I'm sure he chose that song that it's like socially conscious and like has a good message. Like he could have picked like bigger hits like Thriller or something, you know what I mean? But it's like he purposely probably chose that because of the atmosphere, and it's a community event and to bring people together.
Yeah, it just, today it seems like if an artist is performing, people are going to pick sides based on that person's political affiliation or something.
Yeah.
It's just, everybody's so divided. And I look at this, I'm like, damn.
It makes me feel like nostalgic.
Post 80s, maybe like at this time, everybody's kind of feeling good about the USA and, a lot of patriotism and all that kind of stuff. You guys can give us more insights on this because, obviously we weren't around at this time growing up and living through it. But, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. What's next?
Have created their own personal drawings as a gift to the children of the world.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Everybody's involved.
Oh, I love that.
That's crazy. What a spectacle.
That's so cool.
Today, we stand together all around the world, joined in a common purpose to remake the planet into a haven of joy and understanding and goodness. No one should have to suffer, especially our children. This time, we must succeed. This is for the children of the world.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is none. And the place be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In the place you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there. If you care enough for the living, make a little space, make a better place. Feel the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you. Fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you cared enough for the living. Make a little space to make a better place.
They're so cute singing along.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Feel the world.
Damn, they're not messing around.
Wow. Holy crap, I think it's getting huge.
Wow, look at that shot. Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was a performance. That was a halftime show. That was a show, I should put it that way, because they included everything in that. I mean, obviously, it was a progression that you saw incorporating the audience through the performance. You know, they started with the signs of the children, and then brought them on stage, and then the choir on stage, and then you have the giant blow up Atlas.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And
huge.
And then the zoom out shot of everything that you see, right? Just a full on ensemble of a performance, and blows everything out of the water that we've seen recently in terms of Super Bowl performances, which is insane because 30 years ago, you know, like clearly this was important, and I'm not surprised because we've seen some of Michael Jackson's performances that he's the consummate performer. And he's been that way since he's been a kid. But you see the difference in the performance aspect as an entertainer, but now we have so many more bells and whistles, the sound effects, the lighting effects, the video effects, everything is expanded from a technological capability, and yet it's not even close to this.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, to me, it's like it was still super engaging and very entertaining. And, if you were there, you probably would have been locked in. But it was for the purpose of, one, he's just a great entertainer. And he brought in aspects of his own kind of brand, right? With his style and the dancing and, obviously his vocals, which are going to be some of his classic songs. But it also brought in this element of like connection, right? And like involving the audience, involving, to bring home, like drive home his message more, like all the children and the choir and stuff like that. So it's like, if you were there, like that's going to be such a positive environment and positive energy kind of going through the stadium. And you're going to want to watch and you're going to want to feel a part of that because you feel connected with the people around you. Versus now it's more of just like you said, like watching the stage, and you've got like pyro, like fires going off here and lights going off here. And you're watching something, but you don't really feel connected to that performance. At least I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I love the humanity aspect that he brought to this. So refreshing to see, because he made it about human beings. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all live on this planet, and that's again what he was referring to, is that we might have the barriers that happen from borders, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same planet, it's supposed to be working towards all the same things, right?
Yeah.
And so it's so refreshing to see it not about like a specific group of people, just everybody. So everybody could feel included. And that's what he did at the end, right? Or what they did is that they included everybody on the stage.
Yeah.
You mentioned the vocals. I think that for sure they dubbed a portion of this. I don't know why. Maybe the quality just was deteriorated or something like that. But then they, piped that back in the original audio at the end. That's what it seemed like, anyways. And I was also just going to make mention of the fact of humanity and bringing people together and how that's so different from today, in my opinion. And you even see that in the pick for the Super Bowl that just came about in Bad Bunny. And I'm personally not, really into Bad Bunny as in terms of his music. I'm not going to hate on it or anything. I just, maybe not my first pick for a Super Bowl performance. And a lot of people would feel the same way. And there's people that would be like, no, this is an amazing pick. But I almost feel like it was done to spite a certain group of people, and or picked because it was done to piss off a bunch of Republicans or conservatives or whatever, right? And that's like, this is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Right? Michael
trying to unify people, not drive more separation.
Exactly. And so even last year with Kendrick Lamar, I mean, I enjoyed it, but like that was an instance where it was all compounding around a beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Yeah.
And that was cool for anybody that likes hip hop, but at the core of it, at the deeper levels, it's about driving people apart more.
Like the messaging and like the purpose behind it, right? Is not with good intentions.
Right. And so it's cool. I get it that like music also is supposed to highlight cultural differences and everything. But I think in a spectacle like this, in a grand performance, you have a great opportunity to bring people together or divide them. And obviously bringing people together is what Michael chose, and I'm totally on board with that.
Yeah, I love this. I thought it was really great from all aspects. Like I said, like the actual experience of the performance itself, the songs that he chose. As we know, like Phil said, Michael has a lot of humanitarian in him. Like that was important to him. So it doesn't surprise me that that's, what his goal and his outcome was with this. And it's just really cool to see that this was really the first big performance, because it kind of set the tone for a lot to come, right? So
it's really insane when we go back to this and look at it now and look at how much of a performance it was.
Even the coordination to get the audience participation, to show the children in the audience. Like, again, I'm not trying to harp on today's society, but it's like today, like people would be like too cool to participate in that, or like wouldn't want to, or like just wouldn't do it, and then it would mess the whole thing up.
Well, I think also a little bit of a difference is that nobody can afford to go to the Super Bowl now. So the people that buy those tickets are not going to be the people that are your everyday, your average person, right? It's, $50,000 to get a Super Bowl ticket or something like that, right? So, and I'm not hating on the people that go. If they have the means to go, then, kudos to them. But it's
just not the same as it used to be.
Less passion, less energy, right? Anyways, we're going to stop rambling now. We checked out Michael Jackson. Great performance. Can see why this is so renowned. A historic performance at that. Let us know if there's any songs in here that you'd like us to check out on the channel, or recommendations for other performances or content for Michael Jackson. We've enjoyed his journey, or our journey with him and his music and his performances. So we'd love to check out more. We'd love to have you as a part of our community. Hit the subscribe button. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, guys.